Hi everyone, welcome back to Empire Build Academy. Fabian, and we're continuing with the events. I'm going to get all the events listed on the YouTube channel and the website. So I haven't done one for the Vikings, so this is that video. So let's jump straight across to the event center, which is where you will find this under Vikings, under activities, and then it's the one down here, Viking Challenge, that we are going into. This has just started today, and the Viking Challenge runs weekly from server reset on a Monday for 3 days. And there are up to 50 Vikings you can solo or rally to kill. You can see also as well, we have some difficulties in levels, starting from easy going all the way to hell. Now, to be completely honest, with hell, it is very, very difficult and really not worth doing unless you are getting into the 40s plus for that. And you'll find a lot of alliances. If you haven't got anyone with the big powers in your alliance, then hard is going to be the level that you would want to select. But you've got easy, normal, hard, and hell. Hell is relatively new and, like I say, very, very difficult. You can also see at the bottom you've got the current trial completion rewards. This will update as you go through all the different Vikings, so you can see this is what you would get for easy. Move this across to normal, and then on hard you will notice you will get Forge Master certificates, which are very important on the game and also very, very difficult to get. And then finally we have the hell ones there as well. There is also alliance trials. This is basically where your alliance members have asked for help in trying to kill these Vikings. So you can see all the way down here, you can see level 40 already is the issue there for these two. That would be the same for the majority of people, apart from one or two that are big enough and strong enough to kill these in the alliance. And even then, there still could be some wounded with that. So you really do need to be mindful of selecting hell and making sure that you can get into the level 40s plus, because otherwise it just is not worth it. So you can continue down, and then basically the ones with the help, you can then go and start that rally on their behalf. Continuing down, you can see all the other people and what they've done as well. So there's not many that have started this, but it has only just started today. And then we also have the Alliance Challenge as well, which can also be taken on the Icebreaker, Berserker, and the Viking Chief, and then the King of Vikings. And these are set by your R4s and R5, and they do also come with challenge requirements. So you can see for the King of Vikings, 10 Alliance members complete the level 30 Viking trial under Hell mode. So that should be something that we comfortably achieve. For killing each of the Vikings, one of the benefits massively on this is getting gold for each of the Viking kills, which is a big plus because it is very difficult to get gold on this game. I am always running out of gold, so I'm making sure that I'm always doing the Viking trials because it is one of the few places that you can get that. Now let's have a look at actually starting this. So I will choose the Hell mode and hope that with my alliance members we can get into the 40s in doing that. Click on confirm, and then you can see once this has been selected, you cannot change the level. So I'm going to select the hell level. You may have noticed there you also get some Viking poleaxes. These are used to ask for help from other members, and you can also select remind me to continue, so that once you've killed the first, it will remind you to kill the second. So let's click on that summon. It's going to cost me 5 stamina to do that, and then it will show you on the map where you can kill these Vikings. So this first one here is something that I'd be able to kill myself. And normally what happens is up to around about level 20, obviously selecting hell will all depend on your power. And for someone like me, actually it's now become very difficult for me to kill these Vikings because I just don't have the high tier marches being a trap account. But when you click on this and you click in attack, you can see the kind of things that you can also win for individually killing the monsters as well. And crucially, that end box there coming with gold as well. And obviously as you get to the higher levels, that gold will of course increase. Costs 10 stamina to attack. I'm going to go straight into that now. Normally we attack using our cav. That is the best way to kill these. Again, as I mentioned, I don't have anyone that is super good on the cav side of things, and I also don't have a great cav march. But at the early levels, it should be pretty straightforward to kill. So you can see that one's killed, and you can also see that it's now giving me the option to summon the second one, which I can do. You may have noticed in the background that that has been killed with no injuries or anything like that, perfectly fine. And then I can move on to the next one as well. And you can also see the kind of items that you get for killing. So let's go into the next one. This is the second one. Again, it will show you on the map where this is. click on attack again. If I wanted to now ask for help, let's just imagine that my extremely high chances was extremely low. That is what I could do there, and I can use those pole axes that we saw earlier, which I have 7 of, to go and ask for help from the Alliance. Getting pole axes, all you need to do is just join other monster kills on the Vikings to get them so that you can ask. So click again onto the attack. Again, I will, this time, instead of doing that, I will just choose the cavalries via this method. That should be more than enough to kill it. The early stage Vikings are quite easy to kill, to be perfectly honest, in these, and you can see there I sent very minimal, literally hardly anything, but it still killed it quite comfortably. When it does say this, that you do not have enough stamina, you will need to click on collect, and then when you do collect, it will then require you to go back into the event center and go into activities, Viking challenge, and then summon again. So just be aware of that if you do run out of stamina. So this time, for the purpose of the video, I will click on ask for help to show you what I mean and how that works. It costs a Viking poleaxe to ask for help from your Alliance members. Continue. I will say that, but what this will now do is when I go into the event center and I go into the Viking challenge and we have a look at that Alliance trial, my request would now be in there for others to kill. Now obviously I'm not going to expect them to do that with how easy the level is, but that is how that would work. So the Viking challenge, pretty simple, straightforward event, certainly an easier event if you've got big strong people in your Alliance that can kill the hell modes, but the main benefit of the Viking challenge is without a doubt to get those master forge certificates and also gold. So it's definitely something you need to be involved in regularly on that Monday server reset every time the Viking challenge is on. So that is it for this particular video. Do join me for more event guides on Evony, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.